Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Sailing Seabird. My name is Marina and together with Stuart we're trying to restore this beautiful Gulf Star that's been abandoned for 15 years. The priority right now is work on the inside and get it all ready so we can move back in. That's what we've been doing for the last few months and that's how it's looking right now. I know, it doesn't look like we've done a lot, but we have. And it's taking long because like most of what we do on the boat, we learn as we go. And that always takes a bit longer. So this is one of those weeks where we have done a lot of work on the boat, but we don't have a lot to show for it. So first thing I want to show you, which I'm really excited about, is that I finished the painting in the aft cabin. The last coat of paint went on, and this is the result. And once you take the tape off and you see it with the trims, I think it looks mint. Not perfect, but we're not looking for perfection. As you can see, you can still see the grain, but I think that's cool. Gives it a little bit of texture. So it's cool, the painting's done. All I've got to do is around the cupboard. We won't be painting the doors, but that'll be easy because it's not a lot and I know how to do it now. I've got my system. So that'll be the next section I do. And after that, I think most of the painting on this cabin will be finished. Oh, and the door for the shower room. So next is going to be working on the slats that I took off here and the insulation. A lot of you said that we should reuse it. It doesn't look bad and we can reuse it, but this is the cabin where we're gonna be sleeping. We're over-sleeping around moldy things and dirt, and we think we can allow ourselves to have that luxury and put new insulation in, at least in this cabin. And we can keep these actually and use it in areas where there is not insulation yet. So we're not gonna throw it away, but we would like to sleep in a clean and new space. So one of our patrons has been really kind and generous and sent us 8 square meters of Armaflex. And we are really excited because it's exactly what we wanted. So you know who you are, thank you very much. And one other thing we have to do before we put the new insulation that we obviously want to keep nice and clean and not ruin it as soon as we put it on, is the stanchions, which don't look very good. We're gonna have to do them all around the boat, but we're gonna start on this section because obviously we wanna get this sorted and not have to go back to it. And obviously new insulation, we would just wanna do the job so there's no more water coming through, because this one, we believe there's been water coming through. That's why this area there was a lot of mold. Even the cushions had a bit of mold on them on this section. So that's gonna be exciting, another project, a different thing to do. And we'll do this side as well. I want you to see what we are dealing with, so I'm gonna take you outside and show you what's the state of these stanchions. So we're gonna start by doing this section first. So this one, that, and that one there on this side. But have a look. There's already been some kind of repairs going on here. Probably not the best. Don't know if this was just fiberglass on top of the gel coat. I don't know, we'll have to see. But look, they are not even tight. There is a gap. No sealant. This is one of the worst. Check it out. I don't know if you can appreciate, but the whole floor lifts with it. It's got a massive crack, and this is the one where you can see all the rusty nuts and bolts and all the water was coming through. So this is what we're dealing with and needs to be repaired. Ugh. They just all look bad. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna happen in the next few days. Look at this one. Beautiful job. So because you had already seen me painting, I didn't want to record any of the painting. Next thing we've been up to, it's grinding. And we did record a little bit of that, so hopefully that will be coming next.
So the time has finally come to do the grinding of the engine room. It's horrible. I don't really want to do it. I'm going to wear the full face mask this time. I got dust in my eye last time and it was well annoying for 2 days. We've got under the engine bed. Yuck. Ugh. So we need to grind all that away so we can start fiberglassing in there. Where I've taken the shelves out, grind away, grind, smooth it out. And this abortion of seacocks needs addressing. We'll see what we can do, but with this wall in the way, might not be able to get everything done. So yeah, just carry on for a day and grind away, see what we can achieve. It'll be fun. And that's about it. Marina's going to be outside sanding away whilst I'm grinding.
Well, outside of this little cocoon.
Yeah, outside of. Yeah, just see what happens. Probably try and set up a bit of a time lapse so you guys could see how horrible the job is when I'm covered with a cloud of dust. Alright, well, let's just get it done.
How is it going?
Dusty.
Yeah, apart from that?
Yeah, alright. I've got to get the finger sander in a few areas.
Which areas have you done?
Well, that area. I haven't taken all the paint off, but all where that, the old tabbing was for the shelving. Got most of the paint off here. That's more or less ready to gel coat. We've got to do some work here with those old seacocks. And started working on my feet. We've got a bit more to do there. As if you see here, where they've tabbed in the engine bed, there's always little wells for the water to sit. So I want to try and, you know, so the water can always run, you know. Yeah, nothing worse than stagnant water. You get mosquitoes.
Especially here.
Yeah.
You can actually see the layers of our repair outside. All the lines. It's like a tree. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, some brass screw thing. I'm not going to dig it out. I'm not going to try and create work for myself, so I just flattened it.
So it's still there.
Hopefully it's watertight. We'll soon find out.
Is it? Can you see the screw from the outside?
No, I don't think I can.
We'll have a look.
Alright. Lunchtime. Let's go.
Stuart took one for the team and went inside the cocoon and spent the whole day grinding, which is not a really nice job. So I'm very grateful. But I was outside sanding other areas of the boat, and we have done a few little jobs as well. Just little bits and bobs that are not really like a big project, just getting the bilge ready to finally paint it. So there's been more sanding, there's been some building, We've built a little platform for the depth sounder because it needed to be horizontally mounted. So this needed to be done before we paint the bilge. We've also been putting some epoxy filler in some areas of the bilge so the water runs down smoothly and it doesn't get stuck in any spot. So I think that after sanding these and all the filler that we put everywhere, we're pretty much ready to put the joists in place and tab them in place, and then we can paint. I think. But I'm sure once we're gonna do the next thing, we realize we need to do another thing. That is the disadvantage of doing this when you don't really know what you're doing. That you have to figure it all out as you do it. Also on the area in front of the engine, we have replaced now all the damaged fiberglass and put some filler as well. So yeah, this is the kind of jobs that we've been up to in the last few days. So I would like to apologize because we didn't record a lot this week and it's probably gonna be a short one, but this happens sometimes. We just didn't think that seeing someone grinding for hours or me painting, which you've already seen before, was gonna be that interesting. So hopefully next week there's a lot more new things that are coming. Also, the weather hasn't been very good this last week and I haven't been feeling great. And because I'm the one behind the camera and in charge of documenting this whole thing, I haven't been able to record. And I know a lot of people think that we are way ahead of time, but this is pretty much live TV. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, and this video is coming out. So this is how up to date we are. And it is a bit challenging to keep up sometimes. So this is why this week was a bit of a short one. So sorry about that. Hopefully next week everything goes back to normal. But don't go yet because I'm gonna take you to Stuart, who is at the moment working in our engine. As I said earlier, it's Thursday. This video will be going out tomorrow, so when you're watching it, it's almost like you're watching us live. When I said that the weather wasn't great, it's because there's been a lot of rain and we had to lock this scupper because we're working inside the engine room in those through holes, and otherwise water will be going in the engine room because that scupper comes out through those through holes, but they are blocked now. And also we've been working with a few more patches on this. I think it's nearly done. So basically next will be grinding again around this through hole that is in the edge and then rebuilding that one, and then we're done with this. Just need to drill the final through hole. But yeah, that's another job we've been doing that we just didn't think it was interesting because you've already seen us putting patches in here. And this is the light coming through the hole. We keep getting comments of people saying you should look into that. It's not good that there is light coming through, but it is not a problem. This hole is quite thick. I think it's about 1/2 inch. You can see here. It is thick, but fiberglass you can see through. I mean, not totally transparent, but if there's no paint, the light is gonna go through and it's totally fine. It's good, people, don't worry. Stuart just bought some primer and that's what he's doing at the moment.
Oh, fun times.
I'm looking forward to putting the engine in and put our new engine mounts. Ah!
You're recording?
Yeah, I'm recording, Matthias recording. It's almost done. There is an area here where we don't know why the paint is not gripping. So we're gonna have to sand that, but the rest is good. we're gonna put the new engine mounts on. So I was looking at the manual to see which ones go where, because you would think they would go 2 like that and 2 like that, but no, they go the 200s on this side of the engine and then the 150s on this side. We recently saw a post on the internet about an engine like ours that was vibrating a lot, and they showed a video and the mounts weren't properly placed. They were like that instead of like that. But if you look at the manual, engine 4JH3, which is our engine, 200s go there and the 150 go there, which is, this is the port side and this is the starboard side of the engine. That's where the shaft goes. Old mounts, new mounts. The gearbox is on. Let's put the mounts.
Made in the USA. USA. About Woodstock 99.
Sexy looking engine, if you ask me. Nice. So the only thing left to do is change this part, because whilst we did the service the last time and changed the gaskets, it cracked, so we need to replace that. But that's the only... Well, you want to replace also the hoses, right?
Yeah, hopefully, well not hopefully, I'll just change all the hoses. I hate it when they spray paint hoses, because inevitably they're going to crack, the paint's going to crack, so...
Like this.
But they're good hoses, but you know, we can just keep them for spares, that's about it. Now we're going to try and get it back on the pallet, which might be interesting. We used a forklift earlier. Oh, where's the best? Slightly better light. There we go. So we managed to get the engine back on the pallet. A little bit of a faff. Had to take it to the forklift and lower it on. But all good. Looking pretty good apart from that flywheel, which needs a sand and a respray. But one job more or less done. So pretty happy. Engine's looking good for insertion. So hopefully in the next couple of months we'll get that engine mounted, which will be really good. Got most of the parts, just searching for a shaft, but the neighbour has a shaft. That might be long enough. We'll have a look at the neighbour's shaft later. Just want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Sorry if it's not the most exhilarating video, but it was literally me in a Dexter room sanding fiberglass. So it's probably not as enjoying as watching paint dry, but it is what it is. I want to thank all of you that have watched and have contributed via PayPal or Patreon. Super thanks on YouTube. Without your help, none of this would be possible. So massive thank you to everyone that is involved with helping us reach our dream, if you can put it like that. Because let's be honest, there's nothing more I dream about than sanding fiberglass. More of a nightmare, but it's all good. The weather's slowly starting to improve. Well, it's always sunny here. It's just the wind's in, so I've got my coat on and my hat. But I've got sunnies on, so it's always good. Thanks once again to all of you that have watched, and hopefully next week we'll be adding some paint. Adding paint's always good, because it makes you feel that you've done something. So, thanks for watching the video. Enjoy, have a good week, and we'll see you all next week. Ciao.